All right. Well, as you have rightly requested in my last video, I promised to give you an update about the necessary procedures and steps to be taken when you are acquiring your property, particularly for those of you living in the United Kingdom under the England and Wales who are first-time buyer. Well, you must know this because it's very important, and I emphasize on this, that there's difference between you being first-time buyer of a property and someone who have owned a property before. Now, when it comes to owning a property, we mean whether you own the property here in the United Kingdom or you own that property anywhere in the whole world. This law applies to you whether you hold the property anywhere in the whole world, because there is what we call capital gain tax that comes into you, or stamp duty, and this actually will be factored in considering your eligibility, and also look at what to be considered. So today I'm going to actually give you some procedures and necessary steps for you to take. You may think you are not qualified for a mortgage, and in actual fact you may be qualified. Just try your luck. If you have any question, you can reach out back to me on my bio, and I would like to respond or give you some guide. Note that I can only give you some education about this due to the privilege I have here. Okay, now let me quickly do this. And if you are planning to acquire a property, or you think you want to climb on a property ladder, number one, you have a duty to go on the necessary app online. Go to Rightmove, go to Zoopla, go online and search for the type of property you want. And note, there are different type of properties online. The difference between a house and a flat, the difference between detached house and semi-detached, the difference between end terrace and terrace houses. So note all the differences, and if you have questions about that, we can also explain further to assist you. So choose your choice, and when you make this choice, look at the price available on this property, possibly. And after that, the next step you need to do or take is possible for you to approach the agent, or perhaps you can approach developers. For you who are looking into buying a new property, you are advised to consult developers around that area and that location where you want to have your property. We have different developers around you where you live and even where you want to move to. There's some factor you must put into consideration in making decision about the location you put in your property. Number one, you need to, if you have children, consider the schools of your children. If you are working, consider your proximity to your place of work. All these are very important in terms of after and before purchase. And after you've done this, the developer have right to show you through a view, through an appointment. They will take you around and present you the current property they have. I'll give you some gems today that when the property is actually ready, it's likely you have some bogus incentive on them. But for property that are waiting for more 6 months upward, it's likely you may not have you may have slight incentive on them from the developers. So most time when your property is actually ready and you approach the developer, you have right to negotiate with them and ask them. Some of you are working NHS, you have some rights you don't know, and you may put that up as well as part of incentive available for you. So developer consider people who work in NHS, and they consider that options for them as well. And they look at this. There's some variations that need to be considered in making decisions about this. All right. Then after doing this, the next step is for you to engage with your mortgage advisor, and that's where we can come in. You may engage your mortgage advisor. Your mortgage advisor is best to advise you. They are trained to guide you. They have knowledge about how to navigate and what to do, and they will take you up by asking you some questions, particularly the section of financial advisor. The financial advisor will take you and they will ask you about your income, they will ask you about your payslip, they will ask you about your nature of your work, your earnings and everything. All this will be put together and be considered whether to consider your affordability. Your affordability in actual fact is your total earning income multiplied by 4.5. That will give you an idea of how much you can actually be qualified for by the lender. And when this is done, they assist you look into the lender who will suit your negotiation. Please note, you have right to negotiate the percentage rate for the bank as far as interest is concerned. And when this is done, you have the right to proceed further. If you want to, then they will liaise together with the developer, and if they are okay, that this is at this level of releasing to you what we call agreement in principle. When agreement in principle is prepared, then the developer or the house sellers can now consider you and call you up to actually pay a reservation fee. You pay a reservation fee for the property, and at this level of your reservation fee, and upon signing agreement with the developer, then the property will be taken out of the market. Then you have almost 6 weeks or thereabout of exchanging documents and also looking into your deposit as well. You have right to any solicitor that you think may be of best of interest to you. Listen to me very well. Under the SRA, there's some, I don't want to go into details in that, but however, you should have your right to the solicitor that you wish to use. If you have any question about that, you can actually reach out back to me on my behalf, and I can guide you properly and as to, or advise you properly, or give you education on this as to what to do. So the solicitor will definitely walk through you, do thorough search. The duty of your solicitor to do a search to consider the freehold or leasehold title of the property. They will look into a lot of legal things. They will have to check His Royal Majesty registry as to the title of the property, and your solicitor also has a duty to be able to walk into your contract and look into a deed of transfer or titles of the documents that need to be exchanged. They have limited time to do this work, and you are obliged to pay them their fee. So, but in this instance, you have right to negotiate the fee with them. You know what the fee you are considering to put up to them. So when this is done, then at this level, your solicitor the money is paid to the account of your solicitor. The deposit can be paid to the account of your solicitor. You may be privileged to some incentive from the developer. The developer has the duty to put that amount into the solicitor account. You also put the amount you are paying. If it's 5% you are laying down, or 10%, some may be qualified for 5% for a new mortgage house, and or some with 10%. So any amount you agree on will be deposited in your solicitor's account. And at this level, we know that you actually mean business. And this time, your buyer solicitors and your solicitor will come together, and after everything has been done, then there's what we call exchange of document. Well, in a nutshell, because my next video, I will be giving you into details as to what you should know about mortgage procedures and the steps to be taken fully. Don't forget what I said. The first stage is your pre-market stage. Go and search what you want. Second stage is your pre-contract stage. It's important to know that what are those things you put together, you pay slip and go. The third stage is exchange of contracts. That's when your solicitors come up and you are able to gather your necessary things ready for change. Then the fourth stage is the pre-completion stage, and those are the time the solicitors and other solicitors work together in order to finalize your contract. And the fifth stage is the completion stage. This is a no-go area, whereas once you enter the completion stage, you can no longer withdraw again. And the last stage is post-completion stage. I'm going to explain these details in my next video. Have a wonderful week. So I see you climbing your next mortgage ladder.